Let's Talk Showbiz is brought to you by
another quality product from Casa Preco.
You're so welcome to Let's Talk Showbiz. This is where you get to recap all the entertainment stories that happened during the week. My name is Becky. Please stick and stay with me.
Showbiz.
Yes, it's ready, and we're just we're just trying to like wait a bit, plan it properly, and then come out with a big bang. So yeah, February, we're in the month of love. I'm not sure it's coming this month, but in the first quarter, assuredly, this album is coming out. Yes.
So you're so full of love.
Oh, that yeah, like we all grew up with love, you know. We all experienced one kind of love, one way or another. So after the love, yeah, we all small, they want to blood.
Is it a fully packed love album?
No. I mean, it's predominantly it's love, but there are a few songs that are not about love in there. So yeah.
Do you write your songs out of personal motivation or out of personal experience?
Yes, actually, that's actually the most assured way of like tapping into your emotions and then going deep to like reflect. So that somebody can hear your song and still relate. It's not something I've gone through before because I've probably gone through it before too. So that's actually one of the most sure ways of writing good songs, tapping into your inner emotions, your experience, and bringing them to life. Yes.
When you're writing your song, who are your target audience? Who do you have at the mind of your back that these are my target audience? I'm writing a song for these people.
Everybody actually. If you listen to my songs, sometimes the young can jump to it, the old people too can still jump to it because it's about love and it's not profane love. It's just simple old love that we all know about. So I don't have like a niche market like this is the people I'm writing the song for. My songs are made for everybody, young, old, middle class, like everybody. Even children sing my songs. So.
Oh yeah, I support it 100%, and I'm praying seriously to God to sow a seed in it.
What is it going to change?
It's going to change a
the
lot.
People, the government, corruption. What is the national cathedral?
A
country that does not have a dedicated temple for God. God does not reside in that particular country.
Na wama nkunimdie franka bebe si Ghana no wabie kwan ankase ama ye ne nyame enhira aba mo is to
putting up a temple in itself is a calling, and I support this move 100%.
When it comes to building the house of God, and you be a gift, and then no crown so your calling. I'm telling you, a deep secret. It's for our president to have the passion to do it. What done ya nina yam ne radicatino did that onim but obabe. So I support him 100%. And near me radibenam so you growing.
Yeah, Ghana, if Ghana, we are selfish. And the reason why Ghana is not moving on because of our leadership and our elders and our president, yeah, and our vice. Why? Because they are the people who have the money. They're supposed to help their country so that their country will grow. But rather, they don't help their country. They only want their name. If something just happened and they will go and pledge, I'll give this, I'll do this, it is very bad. There, we have some people that they are suffering. They are not helping them. But if somebody just got somebody with sword or knife, they will rush and go to the person, I'll give the person this, I'll buy the person house. That one is very bad. And they'll be driving cars along the street and the public. They'll be seeing the street boys and the street girls. They don't have parents. And some of them come from their village. They don't get work to do. They have to help these people. So that if they get place to stand, they will mention, oh, through this one, that I make somebody. But they always think of themselves and their families. And that one was very bad. So pleading our president, MPs, and the rich peoples in this country, they should do something. Because Ghana, we will be standing there, Ghana be you, Ghana be, when? The bank. You see, because Ghana, we have everything, I say it me the but still, and we have the money.
Let's talk showbiz.
I just met a genius. I heard the music on, let me give it up to YFM. That was the first place I heard the music. And I loved it from then. That was the biggest song, I Do Love You. And I was like, we have this incredible talent here in Ghana. So I really wanted to meet him. And the first day I met him, I told him, I'm giving the next phase of my life to you. And that was when we made Mary. So I could see somebody who has incredible talent, like a genius who could create anything in the world, that I didn't understand how this person can be behind the scenes for this long. So I just wanted to be part of the success story. So the first time I met him, that's exactly the conversation that we had, that I want us to make history together. Yes.
Do you think Ghana is ready for artists like Akwaboah?
I think it depends. At this point, I can say they are open, but the aggressiveness of how you want them to get it. But Akwaboah's music is very laid back, and you have to be me. I'm very calm, so I get it. These are songs that I will listen on a daily basis. The masses want to jam, but that doesn't stop us from making good music. Just because everybody wants to dance doesn't mean we all have to do music that people can just dance to and not listen to. I think there's still people out there who still want to listen to good music. So I understood Akwaboah where he was coming from, because I came from the same cloth. It was rap. I had to build my cult following. Till date, the masses not necessarily enjoy rap. But then I made an effort for me to be accepted. So now they accept your rap verse on a dance song. So I think it's time. I told Akwaboah, same thing to Strongman. It's going to take time, but we build a cult following. So you see what happened today. These are people who really enjoy the music. And more of these people are going to make Akwaboah who he is. He's already a legend, and I think we should hold on to. I keep saying he's part of the last of a dying breed. These type of records, with time, if you don't take care, a whole generation will run away from it, and nobody will give us that timeless records. That's why we need to hold on to Akwaboah, so he can impact that on the next generation.
We're always using our platform to support, this whole idea of the stigma that is attached to refugees. And I've always said that, look, once it can happen to a human being, it can happen to me and you. I mean, we've seen countries that have had peace, for ages, and then overnight, the story is different. And so there's a need for us to be sensitive to each other, dialogue more, and show some love to these refugees. And the stain of, they have some evil, they have some and bad stories. It shouldn't be there. We should erase that so that we reach out to these ones. And I mean, you never know where we'll end up.
Well, as an ambassador, what are you supposed to do?
Well, basically to use our platform, use our time, whenever there are any opportunities like events like this, to remind the public and sensitize them of the need for us to really accommodate these people and see how to improve their lives on a daily basis. And sometimes, we go on walks. Of course, my social media platforms, part of it is dedicated into, promoting some of the works of UNHCR.
Oh, when is she dying?
What?
It's coming, baby.
Let's talk showbiz.
Me chifu Yesu, me kradofu.
Gospel minister JoyMetal is back with another single after topping charts with My Everything about 6 months ago. The new single titled Mihao Yesu is a Twi expression which simply means I need you, Jesus. In the song, Joe calls on God to come to his aid, for he has reposed his trust and faith in him. He sings about the fact that he cannot do without the help of God. Recorded at his Reverb studio with the JoyMetal Ministries team, he also asks God to direct his path so everything he does will be acceptable in his sight. Mihao Yesu is available on Spotify for streaming and on iTunes for purchase. So we have JoyMetal talking about this particular song, Mihao Yesu, right here.
I need you, Jesus. Yeah. Jesus, I need you.
I think
the point is we
all do.
That's the point. We all need, we really need him. And especially in this time that we live in, man. If we have to say some of the things about, all I can say is we need Jesus. In our lives, as individuals, dedicating our lives back to him, we need Jesus. Not only that, but even some of the things that we're going through, first of all, as a people, as a country, as humanity, we really need Jesus.
What inspired the song?
I mean, I think it was just one time in my life where I had that sense like I was drifting away and I was drifting far from him, and I've never had that sense of needing him like that time. Even though I've always had him in my life, I really, really felt I needed him. And probably like around that time, I had drifted a bit by trusting human beings more. Because I thought that now I know people, I had connections, until at that point where I realized that I had to go back to him and say, it is you. Because the point is, what I realized is, the Bible says the heart of kings is in the hands of the Lord. Even kings, God controls their hearts. Yeah. And so it is not who you know, but knowing the God of the one you know. Because if there's anything, it is God who would touch their hearts to be able to come to your aid. Someone said something once. He says that sometimes you don't know that Jesus is all you need until he's all you have. When everyone has left you and he's the only one around, why would you wait till everyone leave you before you go back to him when you could have just stayed with him from the beginning, and he would have ordered your steps even to the people that you needed to come to your aid. So we need him in our world. We need him in this distressing, at the time where okay, let me not say the other one. There's no money. The time when our money is gone.
Why have you invested somewhere that you're not supposed to invest?
I didn't say anything. They took my money away. not what you think. Not that side. Another side.
And you had to produce a song to that effect.
I'll drink an orange in that effect. To that effect.
So who produced the song?
So the song was produced by Koda. I worked on it with Koda.
Well, that's
but he was the main guy that arranged. So I wrote it one time. I was doing my retreat. I had time and then went there and said, I want us to work on this, and it was like, yeah, sure. And then that was it. We started working on it.
Yeah.
This year, as a ministry, the theme God has given us is the wind of revival. Revival is change, revival is drastic, revival is the power of God, revival is evolution, revival is everything. I know that sometimes being able to come up with different ideas and other things helps. It adds up to what we do. But the beauty and simplicity is when your steps are being ordered by the Lord. You're just 2 pieces, trouser, top, finish.
All the many things.
It doesn't necessarily have to be in an academic school. Acting is an inborn thing. You either have it. Creativity is part of creativity. Creativity is something that you are born with. You see a child of about 3, 4 years who has not been to school, but he's acting in such a way that you think she's a graduate. And when you have that talent, there are certain principles that go with it. So that's why I talk about apprenticeship. You can even go to a director and say, here's my role. How would you, and it's another way of education, So you go through it and prepare yourself for it, but the director will make sure that you live the role. Don't speak the role, live it, So there are so many ways. There are people who go to universities and become, masters and PhD. They cannot act. The creativity, obi ohokra, edibane wodi, kwami jogoto, ediban, mo besi bobo edibane kra ni din, owo morte, obi so obo kra nti, ansana. Because it's an art. You are born with it. And even if you are born with it, you must train yourself to sharpen the craft. If you don't do that, I'm afraid it's not easy. Film making is a very, very tough job. It can be made easy if you feel at home, especially in your language with it. Because seriously, a film is not so much what you call a film, but it's a story. How relevant is a film to society? Maybe this was part of my experience with Love Brood in the African port to start with. But the difficulties you have, when I was preparing to do Love Brood, my God, I've never seen such challenges. You go to the bank and they will tell you it's only a government that can make films. Because in the past, we've seen government, initiatives in films like Mr. Mensah Builds a House. I don't know whether anybody here is old enough to know. Mr. Mensah Builds a House. Progress in Kojo Krom. Progress in Kojo Krom. And others.
Let's talk showbiz.
Hey, welcome now till Let's Talk Showbiz. Yes, today we're in Sweden. Yes, you can take that away from us. We're in Sweden, and we are shedding the light on a beautiful lady who is a musician. She is also a dancer. She owns a dancing school actually in Sweden, and we will be chit-chatting with her right here on the show. Aurelia is her name. She has a song with Magnum, yes, and I think Ghana should hear about this fantastic lady, and so that's the reason why we're talking Sweden here on Let's Talk Showbiz.
Sweden,
look at you. You look so beautiful. I was telling you earlier that I wanted but well, I can have it now, maybe some other time.
I'll send it to you, okay? No worries.
So I didn't tell you that she's actually Ghanaian, but she was born in Sweden. And now you're back home.
I'm back home. Yeah, I have to be here.
Okay.
Like, I'm born and raised in Sweden all my life with the Swedish people, not really having a close connection to my heritage. I just felt like once I woke up 2 years ago, I was like, it's an urge. I have to be in Ghana, you know. I have to learn the language, learn more about the culture and everything. And I've always done music like Afrobeats and more like not Swedish music. So everyone keeps on telling me, but you need to go international. Like you need to stop making Swedish music and start making it in English and go back to Ghana. So yeah.
So you're here in Ghana. What have you learned so far, you know, back in Ghana, back home?
Like about the people, everything from how they are, what's accepted, what you should and shouldn't do. I've learned a lot of rules that make no sense to me at all. But
just mention, just name one rule you think doesn't make sense here in Ghana.
Okay, so just now when I was in the reception, I couldn't show my clothes to my manager. I had to go like to the side and do it. And I didn't understand why.
Well, maybe because they don't want you showing probably something that someone might not be too familiar, because it's a public place.
Yeah.
Basically, I think that's why.
Yeah.
But it's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's fine. Have you tried the food?
Oh yeah, sure. Jollof, fufu, banku, tilapia, that's my favorite.
Oh, you had all that.
Yeah,
You're
sure.
real Ghanaian. So your real name?
Almost.
Your real name is Aurelia Day. Is that your stage name as well? Because I know that you have Aurelia.
Yeah. Aurelia Day is my stage name, which is my real name also.
Wow. Yeah. Why didn't you, get your own stage name? Because that's what people do. They have their own names, but they have
When I started out like 8 years ago, my name was Miss Relly. That was my stage name. And I was like a straight dancehall artist, like just chatting patois, like on the rhythm, doing the whole dancehall thing because I have a strong connection to Jamaica. But then I was like, okay, dancehall, but I do so much more. Like I sing, I rap, I toast, I love Afrobeats. And then, I came to the Musical Institute in Gothenburg. I studied world music, what they call world music, which is like folk music from different countries. So I got inspired by so many musical styles, and I just felt like, no, I need to be myself. Be myself in the way that I'm broad in many musical ways, but also that I should use my own name.
How many songs do you have? Do you have any albums to your name? How many songs?
I have so many songs, girl. I have so many songs, and most of them are in Swedish.
Okay.
So like in English, like when people tell me, oh, do you have any songs? I'm like, yeah, I have 2. But I have like 2 albums in Swedish if you want to listen to it. It's on Spotify.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How can we get that? Because we would like to, go look for you out there.
Yeah.
Before we talk about, what you're doing down here in Ghana and how you want to put your music out there here.
My name is Aurelia Day, so if you want to search my music, it's Aurelia, Aurelia Day, Dey.
You got the name right?
YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Medea, everywhere.
So you're here in Ghana, you're trying to, find your roots, obviously. You have a song with Magnum. How did that happen? How did it happen?
Yeah, so I was here with my band. I have a all-female band and dancer. We're called Alpha Crew, shout out. And we were here last year on a tour. We did like FBA Girl Talk, the Bass Awards, stuff like that. And then I think on the way home once from the beach or something, everyone was sleeping in the car and I just heard this badass rhythm on the radio. And I was like, oh, what is this? And I turned it up and my dad was like, who is this? Anyway, long story short, it was Magnum with My Baby.
Okay.
That song is just crazy. And then I went to my cousin, like by coincidence, I was like, oh, I love this song. She said, really? I know him. We used to go to the same church in Adaraka. But long story short, so she sent the song to him and he loved it. And
he jumped on it.
How
many songs are you looking at producing back here in Ghana? And how many collaborations are you looking at? Do you have any other people in mind that you want to collaborate with?
Yeah, I want to collaborate with Quincy Arthur, the guy Kwame
Eugene?
No.
Oh yeah, Kwame
something.
Yeah.
His voice is dope. It's so dark and deep. Yeah, anyway, and then we have Edem, we have, did I say Quincy Arthur?
Yes.
I mean all of them, but I like Calvin Boy, Quincy Arthur.
Have you spoken to all these people, or you're now
we're on
hoping
it.
to?
We're on it. Some of them I haven't spoken to, but you know, can't kiss and tell.
So you're looking at relocating to Ghana, you know?
Yeah, I wanna, like from now, I'm here 6 months a year, which is nice, but yeah, maybe we can upgrade, you know, like nine months a year. But I couldn't stay here I mean, I'm Swedish, I was born and raised in Sweden, I have a home there, I have a life there, I make money there, so I go and come.
Why you give me that sweet love? Me not tell a lie, you know. Taste the lollipops, sweet love. So I fell in love with you. Why you give me that sweet love? You go kill me with that sweet like candy you love. That sweet love. My ex-man boring.
Okay. Yeah. So, well, that's like hopefully you might want to come relocate here. But let's talk about the industry there in Sweden. You know, you've had 2 albums. You know, there. I'm sure you made a lot of money there. Comparing the music industry there with the one here, you've been here for 6 months. I'm sure that with the names that you're mentioning, you know what goes into the music here in Ghana and what's not. So, what do you make of the 2, and why would you even want to, you know, settle down here with the music?
Well, I do Afrobeats. In Sweden, I've been doing music for like 8 years, and only the last 1.5 years is Afrobeats actually now starting to take a spot up in the limelight.
Okay.
So basically, it's been a struggle for me doing music in Sweden, but I've still gotten recognitions because I'm like the only one that does it, what I do. Being black, like being a woman in Sweden, there's not a lot of them that does music.
Okay.
Like I said, only the recent years. So for me, it's more like coming to where the platform is. In Ghana, West Africa, Africa, even the Caribbean has a big platform for this type of music. So I just want to join my family, basically, you know.
So what are you bringing on board?
So what I'm bringing on board is me, I guess. Because nobody's like me and I'm like nobody. I want to manifest my story through my art. You know, when I write music, it's therapeutical in a way that I write from my own experiences. And I've had a lot of experiences, so I'm bringing that to the table. Everything in my music, I try to call it, but I do call it power music because it's empowering people that maybe have a hard time, especially like women in Sweden, black women in Sweden being put up for racism and all those things. That's not the reality here in Ghana, but I just want to empower people, and especially women, because there's a lot of sexist things going on in the industry, in life, in relationships, etc. And just give, you know, inspiration to youths that they should believe in their dreams and go for it. And, you know, when you have a hard time, just have hope and faith and stuff like that.
Let's Talk Showbiz. That'll be all for this weekend's edition of Let's Talk Showbiz. It is always a pleasure bringing you the show on your Joy News channel. My name is Becky. Please join me same time this time around, and let's do this all over again. Let's Talk Showbiz is brought to you by
Another quality product from Casa Preco.